Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum and good morning. Dear students, today in biology we will continue chapter number 1, Introduction to Biology. Our today's topic is cellular organization, which is present on page number 10 to 13 of your textbook. You have to write down question number 10, how cells are organized to make the body of organisms. When we are talking about cellular organization, it means cells are organized in three ways to make the body of organism. That can be unicellular, colonial, or multicellular organization. And organisms found to these organizations are unicellular organisms, colonial organisms, and multicellular organisms. We will study in detail one by one. When we are talking about unicellular organism, all those organisms that have only one cell to make their whole life. All the life activities are carried out by the only single cell. We can take here examples of amoeba, paramecium, and euglena. When we are talking about amoeba, you can see its diagram in which it is a single cell that is present and in each of its activities are performed in this single cell. Next is paramecium. Paramecium is also a unicellular organism in which single cell is present. It is a foot-like structure in which all its activities are performed. Here you can see the third unicellular organism, euglena, which is also a singular cell which consists of singular cell and has its all activities in this cell. Whereas second example is colonial organization or colonial organisms. When we are talking about colonial organisms, these combine together, live together, all different living unicellular organisms live together but do not have any division of labor among them. Labor among them means they cannot each cell perform its own function. It's never happened like we have hand help to move any other thing, our foot move us to move, but in cellular organisms, a unicellular organism, each cell perform its own function, no other cell help it. Each unicellular organism in a colony lives its own life and does not depend on other cells for its vital requirement. Its example is volvox. Here is a diagram of volvox. You can see it is a whole colony in which different cells are present. You can see there are millions of cells can present in a single volvox colony. Each cell perform its own function, no other cell help it. Okay? Whereas in multicellular organizations, cells are organized in the form of tissues, organ and organ system. Here we will take example of plant and animal. In plant we will take mustard plant. If we are talking about mustard plant, its scientific name is Brassica campestris, which is sown in winter and it produces seeds at the end of winter. The plant body is used as a vegetable and its seeds are used for extracting oil. The organ of the body can be divided into two groups on the basis of their function. That means we are asking about two different organ systems, vegetative organs or reproductive organs. In vegetative organs, that do not take part in the sexual production of the plant, and these are roots, stems, leaves. Whereas reproductive parts that take part in the sexual production and produces fruits and seeds, these are present in floral part. Here is the diagram of mustard plant in which you can see these flowers are the parts in which reproductive parts are present, whereas stems, leaves and roots are vegetative part. Okay. Frog is the example of animal or multicellular animals. Its scientific name is Rana tigrina. And when we are talking about the body of frog, it is made of organ systems and each organ system consists of related organs. All the organs are made up of specific tissues such as epithelial, glandular, muscular and nervous. That means each organ is formed by different type of tissues and these tissues are formed by cells. Okay. And when we are talking about organ and organ system, here you can see different type of organ like heart, liver, stomach, bladder and other body parts. Okay, in which if we are talking about organ system, here two organ system are shown. First, in which you can see arteries and veins, that is circulatory system to circulate the blood in whole body, and food, digested food in the whole body. Whereas the second digestive system or organ system, you can see that is digestive system. Digestive system is used to digest the food. It also is a whole organ system. So you can say in multicellular organism we have different type of organ and organ systems in which different tissues and sublevel cells are present. Okay, I hopefully it is clear to you. When we are talking about unicellular organism, those have only single cell. All these activities are performed in by single cell. In colonial organization or colonial organisms, all cells are present together, but all cells perform their own function. There is no division of labor. What in multicellular, all cells are present. These are multicellular because their functions are performed. Each function is performed by specific tissue or organ. Like we can say stomach performs digesting food, but heart cannot digest food. Heart performs circulation of blood. So each organ performs different function. That's why these are known as multicellular. Thank you class for today's lecture. You have to learn and write down question number 10 on your notebooks. Have a good day. Allah Hafiz.